Hello friends, we can see a new chapters of organic chemistry is known as organic synthesis via enolates. Organic synthesis via enolates. In this organic synthesis via enolates, we study the organic synthesis via enolates. Here we can study mostly the enolates. For study these enolates, we must know what is meant by enols. And for that, we have to understand some basic concept of these chapters. Here in these chapters we can take a very good molecule is known as ethyl acetoacetate. We can use the molecule ethyl acetoacetate. We can use this molecule ethyl acetoacetate. We can draw the structure of these compounds: CH3, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, O, C2H5. It is known as ethyl acetoacetate. Ethyl acetoacetate. This is the name of the compound, ethyl acetoacetate. In this molecule, see carefully in this molecule. See, this is the CH2 groups. This is the CH2 groups. These CH2 groups are present in between the two electron withdrawing groups. These also electron withdrawing groups. It is also electron withdrawing groups. Two electron withdrawing groups. These CH2 groups are present in between the two electron withdrawing groups. This is the CH2 groups. Whenever these CH2 groups are present in between the two electron withdrawing groups, the reactivity of this group, reactivity of this, which is reactivity of this methylene group increases. Reactivity of this methylene group increases. Why increases? Because it is present in between the two electron withdrawing groups. The reactivity of this CH2 group, that is the methylene group, is increases due to presence of the two electron withdrawing groups. Means we can, another way we can see that it is the class of organic compound. It is the class of organic compounds in which the methylene group CH2, in which the methylene group are present in between two electron withdrawing group, in between two electron withdrawing group. Such a group are called as active methylene group, are called as active methylene groups. Here this CH2 group are present in between the two electron withdrawing group. That's why the reactivity of this CH2 group increases. The reactivity of this methylene group increases. That's why these CH2 groups are called as active groups. It is called as active groups. What is the name of this group? It is CH2, means it is the methylene groups. It is the methylene group. Methylene group means here this CH2 group is called as active methylene group. This CH2 group is called as active methylene group because it is very reactive, because it is present in between the two electron withdrawing groups. And here, whenever such a CH2 group or a methylene group are present in between the two electron withdrawing groups, the reactivity of this group is increased. That's why this CH2 group is called as active. This CH2 group is called as active. Name of this compound methylene. And what is the function group? Groups. Active methylene groups. Here, these active methylene groups are present in between the two electron withdrawing groups. These CH2 groups are present in between the two electron withdrawing groups. That's why such a compound are called as active. Such a compound, overall compound. This compound is called as active organic compounds. And in this active organic compounds, the methylene group is present. This methylene group is called as active methylene groups, and overall compound is called as active organic compounds. Or it is also called as active methylene compounds. It is also called as active methylene compounds. It is organic compounds. Means this CH2 group is also called as active methylene groups. Whenever this CH2 group are present in organic compound, then such organic compound are called as active methylene organic compounds. Such organic compounds are called as active methylene organic compounds. Here, this is a speciality of the ethyl acetate that the CH2 group present in between the two carbonyl groups. The CH2 group present in between the two carbonyl groups are very active because these CH2 group are present in between the two electron withdrawing groups. This is the electron withdrawing group CH3 C double bond O. It is the first electron withdrawing groups. Then C double bond O C2H. It is the second electron withdrawing groups. Whenever these CH2 groups, here electron withdrawing groups, it is also electron withdrawing groups. Means there are two electron withdrawing groups are attached to the methylene groups. That's why these methylene groups are called as active methylene groups. This CH2 group are called as active methylene group. We can define it is a class of organic compound in which the CH2 groups are directly attached to the two electron withdrawing groups. It is the class of organic compound in which the CH2 groups are directly attached to the two electron withdrawing groups. CH2 groups are directly attached to the two electron withdrawing groups. Such groups are called as active methylene groups. Such groups are called as active methylene groups. And overall compounds are called as active methylene organic compounds. Overall compounds are called as active methylene organic compounds. Here, the example of this active methylene organic compound is the ethyl acetoacetate. It is the ethyl acetoacetate. It is the class of the organic compounds. This is the structure of ethyl acetoacetate. CH3 C double bond O CH2 C double bond O C2H. This structure can also be written as like this. This is the CH3 double bond O, here CH2 double bond O CH2 CH3. It is the same. It is also called as ethyl acetoacetate. Ethyl acetoacetate. In shortly, it is also called as EEA, ethyl acetoacetate. This structure can also be written as like this. And this CH2 and this is also CH2 groups. See here, these CH2 groups can be written as like this CH2. And here in these CH2 groups, this hydrogen atom, this is the hydrogen atom. It can also be written as like this CH. And this is the, it is called as active methylene group. It is called as active methylene group. And this hydrogen are called as active hydrogen atom. Active hydrogen atom. See, in this structure, this CH2, position of this CH2 according to this carbonyl groups, C double bond O CH2, it is the alpha carbon atoms. See, again C double bond O, here CH3, it is also alpha carbon atom. In these two alpha carbon atom, the CH2 are also present at alpha position, CH3 are also present at alpha position. But this here, the two CH2 groups are very active here. These CH2 groups are very active. But these three CH3, here CH3 C double bond O CH2, C double bond O O C2H5O. These CH3 groups are not acidic, because they are present at the terminal sites, and these CH2 groups are present in between the two electron withdrawing groups. This is the one electron withdrawing groups. This is the second electron withdrawing group. This is the overall one electron withdrawing group. This is the another electron withdrawing group. These CH2 are present in between the two electron withdrawing group. That's why this CH2 group are called as active methylene groups. It is, and here the hydrogen present on the this carbon atom, that is the CH2 carbon, this hydrogen atom are called as active hydrogen atom. It is also called as alpha hydrogen atom. And this is alpha hydrogen atom is very acidic in nature. This alpha hydrogen is very acidic in nature. Why it is acidic in nature? Because when we can add any base, C2H5O minus and Na+, this base we have to add in this ethyl acetoacetate. What happens here? This base abstract these protons. This base C2H5O minus. This base abstract this proton. It is the base. This base abstract these protons. That is the CH2 proton. It cannot abstract the CH3 proton because the CH2 groups are present in between the two electron withdrawing group. That's why these hydrogen atom are very active hydrogen atom. This is the alpha hydrogen atom. It is also alpha hydrogen atom. But these alpha hydrogen atom which are present in between the two carbonyl groups are very active because they are present in between the two electron withdrawing group. They are present in between the two electron withdrawing group. That's why these hydrogen atom are very active hydrogen atom and they are present in between the two electron withdrawing group. That's why these hydrogen atom are acidic in nature. These hydrogen atom are acidic in nature, can be abstracted by the base very easily. See here what happens. Here CS3, C double bond O, CH, C double bond O, OC2H5. Here is a minus charge and here plus C2H5OH. This is the C2H5O minus. They can abstract this proton. They can abstract these protons and there is formation of the alcohol. This is the negative charge formed. It is a negative charge anion is formed. Negative charge anion is formed. This anion is also called as carb anion. This anion is also called as carb anion. Here this carbanion are very nucleophilic in nature. This carbanion are very nucleophilic in nature. And here this carbanion, it can be stabilized by this carbonyl group also, and this carbanion or negative charge, it can be stabilized by this carbonyl group also. Means we have to draw the resonating structure of this carbanion or the anion formed. See, this is the structure of anions. This is the structure of anions, or it is also called as carb anion, or it is having the nature is the nucleophilic in nature. It is the nucleophiles or nucleophilic in nature. This carbanion can be stabilized by resonance. Here this minus charge go in this side and negative charge come in this side. What happens here? CS3, C, O minus, again double bond, CH, C double bond O, again here O, C2H5. Again what happens here? Again this carbon can be goes, that is the lone pair, they are goes in between the carbon and this carbon atom. They form double bonds, and here the carbon oxygen bond is break and negative charge are present on this oxygen atom, negative charge. See here again this carbon, again it can be stabilized by another way also. Either this minus charge go in these sides or they can in the left side or right side. Here when it is go in the this side, what happens? See here when this negative charge come in this side, what happens? See here CS3, again C double bond O, CH, again this negative charge come in this sides, double bond C, O minus, O, C2H5O. Means this negative charge, it can be stabilized by this carbonyl group also. This carbonyl group also. This negative charge, it can be stabilized by this carbonyl group also. Means the negative charge, it can be stabilized by both the carbonyl groups. That's why this anion nucleophile is very stable. It's very stable and it is very reactive in nature. It is very reactive in nature. Very reactive. It is also called as it is very active towards the reaction. It is very active towards the reaction. Any reactions which can be formed by the ethyl acetoacetate. This is compound are found from the ethyl acetoacetate, is the carbanions. This negative charge, it can be stabilized by this side also. Here this negative charge, it can be stabilized by this side also. Means it is called as resonance stabilization of negative charge. Resonance stabilization of the negative charge. Resonance stabilization of the negative charge. This negative charge, it can be stabilized by the resonance. This is the method. That's why this negative charge is very stable and it is very reactive. It is very active and which is used for the any reactions. Here therefore this reaction shows This reaction shows what? Shows the acidity of alpha hydrogen atom. Acidity of alpha hydrogen. This is alpha positions. These are alpha positions. Acidity of the alpha hydrogen means here the CH2 groups which are present in between the carbonyl groups at alpha position shows the is very acidic. This reaction shows the acidity of the alpha hydrogen atom. These reactions here means these CH2 groups which are present in between the two carbonyl groups, that is the hydrogen which are present in this carbon atom, are very acidic in natures. And that's why these hydrogen atom are acidic in nature. They can be abstracted by the base very easily form anions, That's why this overall process is called as the acidity of the alpha hydrogen atom. Means this reaction shows these hydrogen atom are very acidic in nature. Because this hydrogen atom can be abstracted by the base. This can be abstracted by the base. Again, there is a formation of again C double bond O CH minus C double bond O. This is the anions are formed. Means here the base can abstract this hydrogen atom very easily because this hydrogen atom is very acidic in nature. This hydrogen atom is very acidic in nature. That's why base abstract these protons very easily to form anions. This process is called as the acidity of the alpha hydrogen atom. Then we can go toward the keto-enol tautomerism. In the keto-enol tautomerism, we can take the example of ethyl acetate, and we can see how the keto-enol tautomerism can be take place. See here, we know that the keto and enol tautomerism means it is a structural isomerism. It is a structural isomerism in which the keto group is also present and enol group is also present. That's why this isomerism is called as keto-enol tautomerism. It is a type of the structural isomerism. See, this is the structure of ethyl acetate. In this ethyl acetate, here I can write down CH3, C double bond O, CH. I can write down here hydrogen, C double bond O, OC2, H5. And here keto-enol tautomerism, it is a keto groups. Here both the side keto group is present. And these hydrogens, it can be go towards in the sides. It can be go towards the here. Means here alpha hydrogen atoms. Here see the alpha carbon atom. In this alpha carbon atom, there is a alpha hydrogen atom are present. This alpha hydrogen atom, it can be transferred from alpha carbon to the carbonyl carbons. Here the migration of the proton take place from alpha carbon. Migration of the proton, this proton can be take place from alpha carbon to the carbonyl oxygen. The migration of the proton take place from alpha carbon to the carbonyl oxygen, or the transfer of protons, or the movement of protons, or the oscillation of the protons can be take place from alpha carbon atom, towards the carbonyl oxygen atom is called as keto-enol tautomerism. See how the migration can be take place. This migration can be take place in the acidic condition or in the basic condition. This migration can be take place either acidic condition or in the basic condition. See here, this hydrogen can be, this bond can be break here, and here this bond is formed here. Means here the bond between the alpha carbon atoms and hydrogen atom, alpha hydrogen atom are break, and there is a formation of the carbon-carbon double bond here, and here this proton can be transferred towards the oxygen atom. See, I can write down this structure. This is structure. See, here OH, this hydrogen can be transferred towards the oxygen atom. Here is the CH, and double bond is present in between the carbons, and remaining group as it is. Here in this structure, the carbonyl groups are present in this structure. Carbonyl groups are present here. See, this is the carbonyl groups. That's why carbonyl groups means it is a keto groups. The keto form is, this form is the keto form is there, and this form is called as enol form. Why it is called as enol form? See here carefully in this structure. See the structure carefully. Here this is a carbon and this is a carbon. The double bond is present. Double bond means ENE, and here OH means it is the alcohols. That's why two functional group are there, that is the double bond and alcohol are there. That's why I can take En and Ol. I can eliminate this. That is the enol. En and Ol. Sorry, Ol. See here, Ene plus what is alcohol. Here I can eliminate this. H. What is the remaining? En and Ol. That is enol. That is double bond is also present and alcohol is also present. That's why this compound is called as enol. It is called as keto form because the ketone group is present. That's why overall compound is called as keto-enol tautomerism. And both are the isomers of each other. It is called as structural isomer. But more correct, it is the tautomers. Here it is a keto form, it is the enol form. Here the keto form is converted to enol form. By using the acidic condition or by using the basic condition. Means depending upon the which condition are there, when we can use the acidic condition, the keto form is converted to enol form. The enol form again converted into keto form. Means these two reactions are in equilibriums. Here generally the keto form is stable. But sometime enol form is also stable. Because here is a hydrogen bonding can be take place. That's why the enol form is also stable. Sometime 99% keto form is stable, but sometime enol form is also stable. Here the keto form is converted into enol form. The enol form is converted into keto form. These are continuously, they can be interconvertible to each other. And that's this type of structural isomerism. Are also called as keto-enol tautomerism. Means we can define the keto-enol tautomerism in such a way that here the migration of protons. See, migration of the proton. Migration of the proton from alpha carbon atoms to carbonyl oxygen atoms. The migration of the proton from alpha carbon atom to carbonyl oxygen atoms is called as keto-enol tautomerism. Sometimes it is also called as the oscillation of the protons or monovalent atom. Oscillation of the proton or monovalent atom between polyvalent atom. Here the oscillation of the proton or monovalent atom between the polyvalent atom take place is called as keto-enol tautomerism. Here oscillation means the to and pro migration oscillation. This hydrogen go in this side also, this hydrogen go in this side also. This hydrogen present here, they can go here also. This hydrogen again go there also. This hydrogen can be go here to form this structure. Again this hydrogen can go there to form this structure. Means this is called as oscillation of the proton. It is called as migration of the proton. This is also called as from alpha carbon atom. It is very most necessary condition. That is the alpha carbon atom. That is the proton can be transferred from the alpha carbon atom towards the carbonyl oxygen atom. Means we have to define the migration of the proton. Which proton? From the alpha carbon atom to the carbonyl oxygen atom is called as keto-enol tautomerism. Or it is also called as oscillation of the monovalent atom between the polyvalent atom take place is called as keto-enol tautomerism. Here the keto-enol tautomerism can be take place by the different condition. That is, it can be take place either acidic condition also, or it can be take place by the basic condition also. We can take one by one condition. How this keto form is converted into enol form, or how the enol form can be converted into keto form. We can take step by step. Firstly, we can take the acidic condition. By using acidic condition, how the keto form is converted into the enol form. See here, this is the structure of ethyl acetoacetate, CH3 C double bond O CH2 C double bond O CTH5. It is called as ethyl acetoacetate. We have to give IUPAC name to this compound. We have to give the IUPAC name to this compound. We have to get numbering 1, 2, 3 and 4. Means here, what is this? Ethyl. Then at 3 position, 3 oxo. And what is the remaining compound? 4, means it is the butanoate. Ethyl 3-oxo-butanoate. Name of the IUPAC name of this ethyl acetoacetate is the ethyl 3-oxo-butanoate. Remember you, because in the examination they can ask the IUPAC name also or common name also. Here is a common name. Ethyl 3-oxo-butanoate. It is the common name. Ethyl acetoacetate is common name. Ethyl 3-oxo-butanoate, it is the IUPAC name. Here this structure, in shortly it can be ascertained. Here this structure is very big structure. Here CH3 C double bond O, CH2 C double bond O C2H5. Here this structure is very big structure. Here while I am doing the mechanism of the ketone tautomerism, I cannot write this structure because we have to see only the reaction can take place in between this group also. The reaction can take place in between this group. That's why generally the reaction can take place in between this CH2 carbonyl and this CH2. Here only this group. The reaction ketone tautomerism can take place only from this group CH2, that is alpha position of the carbon atom and carbonyl oxygen atoms. That's why I can write down only this moiety while studying the ketone tautomerisms. I can write here as like this: C double bond O CH2. Only this structure. I can write only this structure. C double bond O CH2. I cannot write this. Here is also group is present. Which group is present? C double bond O C2H5. This group is also present here, and this group is also present here, but I can write only the C double bond O CH2 in order to understand the correct mechanism of ketone tautomerism. Remember that I can write only this C double bond O CH2. Only this C double bond O CH2. Remaining group I cannot write because it is very time consuming process. It requires very much times, and it cannot be occupied in this area. That's why I can write only this. See here, I take this, that is the C double bond O CH2 group, and by using this group I can tell you how the ketone tautomerism can take place by using only this group. This is the carbonyl groups, and it is the alpha carbon atoms, and this is the CH2, it is the alpha hydrogen atoms. I can take only this group C double bond O CH2 groups. I cannot write remaining groups here. Remember, I can take only this group for the ketone tautomerism. See, this is the acid catalyzed interconversion of ketone tautomerism. Acid catalyzed conversion of ketone tautomerisms. This is a ethyl acetoacetate. Here it is a ethyl acetoacetate. We can take only this moiety, that is the active methylene group and carbonyl groups. We can take only the active methylene groups and carbonyl groups from the ethyl acetate. I cannot write down the whole structure. I can write down only the in between structure, that is the carbonyl groups and methylene groups. It is a keto form. Here this the keto form. In this keto form is can be reacted. It is a acid catalyzed conversion of keto form. Into enol form can be take place. How the conversion can take place? See here. This is the ethyl acetate. First step is the protonation of the ethyl acetate. See, this is the lone pair of oxygen atoms. This lone pair, they can abstract these protons. They can abstract these protons towards its state, and these protons can be given by the H plus. H plus is the proton which can be given by the HCl, dilute HCl in water, which can give the protons. What happens here? C double bond O again H. Here we can use this lone pair of oxygen atom for the formation of the bond. That's how you can write down the positive charge on the oxygen atoms. Again here C H, and here is the H. Then in the next step, what happens? See the water molecules H2O. In this water molecule, again lone pair of electron present on the water molecules. This lone pair of electron, they can abstract the proton. They can abstract the proton. And here, due to abstraction of proton, what happens? Here, this bond can be shifted between the carbon and carbon. And here, whatever the lone pair of electron which can be used by this oxygen atom, which can be regained, and this positive charge can be nullified. What happens here? C again O H, again here lone pairs, because lone pairs is used by this oxygen atom, it can get positive charge, but this lone pair, it can be regained by the oxygen atoms. It can be regained by the oxygen atoms. And here the carbon-carbon double bond are present due to the abstraction of proton by the water, plus H3O plus H3O plus, means it is a keto form. Again it is the enol form. The enol form is obtained here. Here how the means this is the conversion can be take place. That which conversion? The acid catalyzes interconversion of keto form into enol form. Here the first step is the protonation of the carbonyl compounds. Protonation of the carbonyl compounds. Here the lone pair abstract these protons, and there is a formation of this intermediate. And here in this intermediate, the water molecule present on the reaction mixture, they can abstract these protons, and there is a formation of enols. There is a formation of the enols, and plus H3O plus. It is the double bond is there, that's why En, and alcohol is there, that's why it is called OL. Means this organic compound contain double bond also and alcohol also, En also and alcohol also. That's why these compound together are called as enol. It is called as enol. This is about the acid catalyzed interconversion of ketoenol. Here we can take the base catalyzed interconversion of ketoenol tautomerism. Base catalyzed interconversion of ketoenol tautomerism. Here we can take the ethyl acetate. That is the keto form of the ethyl acetate. It is the, we can take only this moiety also. That is the active methylene groups and carbonyl groups. These active methylene groups and carbonyl groups are reacted with the base. What happens here? C double bond O, and here CH. Here this proton which can be abstracted by this base, which can be abstracted by OH minus, and here H plus. Plus what is this? It is the water molecule element, and here negative charge is appears. Negative charge, minus charge is appears. This negative charge, it can be stabilized by the resonance. Here this negative charge go in these sides, and here the such type of resonance phenomena can be occurs. Here C O minus double bond CH, and here such type of resonance, it is called as resonance stabilized structure, or resonance stabilization of negative charge, or resonance stabilization of the anions, or resonance stabilization of the negative charge, one of the same. Here this is the structure which can be appear here. This negative charge which can be stabilized by the resonance. Again what happens here? The solvent which can give the protons, the solvent H2O which can give the protons to this negative charge, and there is a formation of COH, here O minus, and here H plus, OH double bond CH. It is the enol form. It is the enol form. See, this is the enol form. It is the enol form. Enol means here the enol is formed. Here the keto is converted into enol. By the base, means interconversion of keto to enol by using the base. The base abstract this proton. Which proton? The proton present at the alpha carbon atom. Abstract these protons to form negative charge, this negative charge, which can be stabilized by the resonance. Such type of resonance phenomena can be take place. This negative charge go in between the carbon-carbon, and the bond between carbon and oxygen are break. There is a formation of the O minus ion. It is the negative charge. Simply it is called as alkoxide ions or negative charge ions. And this charge can be stabilized by the resonance. Here, hydrolysis of this negative charge can be take place to form enols. This is about the interconversion of keto to enol. That is a base catalyzed interconversion of keto and enol tautomerism. Base catalyzed interconversion of keto and enol means we can see both acid catalyzer and base catalyzer interconversion of keto and enol tautomerisms. See, this is the structure of ethyl acetoacetate. Ethyl acetoacetate CH3 C double bond O CH2 C double bond O OCTH5. Here it is a keto form and it is an enol form. It is an enol form. Here CH3COH C double bond CH C double bond O OCTH5 means here see in this keto form what happens in this keto form the two carbonyl groups are there. The two carbonyl groups are there. See the enol forms. In this enol form what happens here? See the structure of this enol form. In this enol form the C double bond C means double bond is present. Again this what is this? This is the alcohol. The OH is also present. The alcohol is also present. Alcohol is also present. And here is double bond is also present. Enol form. And here the carbonyl group is also present. Means the reactive group is only here the carbonyl group in this keto form. And this enol form the OH group and C double bond C groups. When this keto form is constantly converted to enol form. The enol form is constantly converted into keto form. Means these two keto and enol form they can give the reaction of both. They can give the reaction of carbonyl group also. They can give the reaction of OH also. They can give the reaction of double bond also. When we can in the laboratory, these ethyl acetate they can give the reaction of the carbonyl group also. They can give the reaction of the double bond also. They can give the reaction of OH also. And that is the detection of functional groups. In the laboratory, we can take the detection of functional groups. In these functional groups, they can give the test of carbonyl group also. They can give the test of C double bond C, test for unsaturation also. They can give the test of OH, that is the test of alcohol also. How the reaction can take place here. Here, this is the keto form. This keto form, it is reacted with the hydrogen cyanide. This keto form is reacted with the hydrogen cyanide. What happens here? Here, CH3C, again hydrogen cyanide. It is give addition reaction with the carbonyl groups. It is give the addition reaction with the carbonyl groups. Here, it is the HCN. It's reacted with the ethyl acetoacetate. What happens? CH3, again here C cyanide, and here is the OH. OH and Cn. Again here CH2 C double bond O O C2 H5. This gives the addition reaction with the hydrogen cyanide. Then this keto group also give the reaction of the Cr, also give the reactions with the H2NOH hydroxylamine. H2NOH, that is the hydroxylamine. This ethyl acetate or carbonyl group of ethyl acetate react with this compound. It is the NH2OH hydroxylamine to form. What happens here? This oxygen atom and this hydrogen atom, the water molecule is eliminated. This H2 and O. What is remaining? Here is the CH3 C double bond. Here O and H. Water molecule is removed here minus the H2O. And what is remaining? Nitrogen and here OH. And what is the remaining again here? CH2 C double bond O O C2 H5. Means this reaction can happen. This reaction can be happens. Simply it is reacted with the hydrogen cyanide also. It is reacted with the NH2O. It is a special reaction of the carbonyl group. It is the special reaction of the carbonyl groups. In the laboratory, we can detect whether the carbonyl group are present or not by using this reaction, hydrogen cyanide and NH2OH. Or we can also take, when it is not available in the lab, we can take also NH2, NH and PH. Here phenylhydrazine, it is called as phenylhydrazine also take. This or this, we can take both. Same reaction occur here. Phenylhydrazine or NH2OH. The special test for the carbonyl groups. special test for the carbonyl groups. From this all reaction, hydrogen cyanide reaction, NH2OH reaction and pinhydride reaction, we can make a conclusion that the carbonyl group are present in the ethyl acetate. It is the ethyl acetoacetate. These three reactions shows the carbonyl group are present on the ethyl acetoacetate. But we know that the carbonyl group is also present, but in this ethyl acetate, the double bond is also present and alcohol is also present. They can give the reaction of both these also. Here, see, this is the enol form. This enol form are also reacted with the bromine. It is reacted with the bromine. That is the test for unsaturation. Test for unsaturations. That is the this bromine, it can be added on the carbon-carbon double bond. What happens here? CH2 again, CH3, COH, CH. Here is the bromine. Here is the bromine, and here C double bond O, C2H5. Means when we can add bromine molecule to the enols, the bromine molecule add to the carbon-carbon double bond, which indicate that the double bond is present. Double bond is present in the enol form. The double bond is present in the enol form. Again, this enol form, again it is reacted with the diazomethane, CH2N2. Is reacted with the, this is the compound, is reacted with the diazomethane, CH2N2. It is a diazomethane, CH2A here. It is a CH2. This CH2 is reacted with this hydrogen atom. Is reacted with this hydrogen atoms, and there is a formation of CH3. What happens here? CH3, CO, CH3. O, CH3. Again remaining as it is. Double bond CH, C double bond O, C2H5. Means here this CH2 group, they are reacted with this OH, that is the hydrogen of the OH, which indicate that the alcoholic group are present in the enol form. Which indicate that the alcoholic group present in the enol form. That is the OH group or alcoholic group present in the enol forms. Again simple test. Again, we can add FeCl3 to this solution. FeCl3 to this solution. It gives the red color. It gives the red color, which is the specific test for the presence of alcoholic group. It is a specific test for the presence of the alcoholic group. FeCl3. We can add the FeCl3 to this enol form or this ethyl acetoacetate. It gives the red color. It gives the red color. When we can add the FeCl3. Means these all reaction indicate that in the ethyl acetoacetate, the carbonyl group is also present, alcoholic group also present, and C double bond C, that is the double bond, is also present. Means we can make a conclusion that in the ethyl acetoacetate, the carbonyl group is also present, double bond is also present, and OH is also present. What is the conclusion? The OH is also present. That is the alcoholic OH, then double bond is also present, and then carbonyl group is also present. This is the conclusion of the reactions. Got it?